With the 28th pick in the 2023 NHL Draft, the Toronto Maple Leafs select Easton Cowan from the London Knights in the OHL. As the draft went on Wednesday night, there were still a few players on the board that I had in my video a few days ago. Quentin Musty was chosen a few picks before the Maple Leafs, but the Leafs still were possibly able to grab Andrew Cristall as well as Mikhail Goliev. But as we know now, Brad Treliving and the rest of the Maple Leafs staff decided to go with Easton Cowan with the 28th pick. And heck, I even think Easton Cowan was surprised that he was getting picked at 28th overall just by where he's sitting. He's so far up in where the players sit for the draft. He's all the way at the wall. This was an interesting pick for a number of reasons, but mainly because Elite Prospects consolidated ranking had Cowan at 70th overall, and the Maple Leafs took him at 28th. He's a 5'10", 170-pound center. I said in the video that I made yesterday with the Maple Leafs and who they should draft that it should be a center, because you're looking at guys like Austin Matthews who are getting older, John Tavares who's eventually going to shift to the wing. You might get a guy like Cowan who could fit into the 2C or possibly 3C role in the future, and getting him now in a draft that's loaded is better than waiting for a pick down the line. He had 53 points in 68 games with the London Knights this season, but more importantly, he had 21 points in 20 games in the OHL playoffs. This guy has been touted as someone who's really never willing to give up on anything. He's a playoff performer, and this is what the Maple Leafs wanted. As Director of Amateur Scouting Wes Clark said on Tuesday, the Maple Leafs are looking for someone who fosters the culture of winning, and Cowan does that. And I did want to highlight this from the Elite Prospects NHL Draft Guide from 2023. Easton Cowan is a highly intelligent and creative forward. He creates opportunities by outspeeding and outdangling the opposition. Cowan's hockey sense matches the quickness in his feet. He's able to link passing plays in transition, manipulate defensive gaps with clever movements and feints, and find pockets of space in the slot. And once again, I'll say this was an off-the-board pick for the Maple Leafs, but one that could have a lot of upside and a lot of potential in the future with Toronto. From David Alter, Easton Cowan said Mitch Marner FaceTimed him immediately after being drafted, both products of the London Knights. Now that's one thing I'm going to be looking at, is whether or not a guy like Mitch Marner will take a guy like Easton Cowan under his wing and really help him make him feel comfortable in the city of Toronto, on the Maple Leafs, in the Maple Leafs organization through and through. And I guess in the next few years, we'll see whether or not this pick was really worth it at 28th overall. From Luke Fox, Easton Cowan says he tries to model his game after Nazem Kadri and James Van Riemsdyk. Aside from the Mitch Marner stuff we already knew, the fact that he's trying to model his game around Nazem Kadri and James Van Riemsdyk speaks about the Maple Leafs a lot. I mean, you got a guy like James Van Riemsdyk who's really, really good around the net, and you have a guy like Nazem Kadri who is through and through a player for a team who will do anything for that team, whatever it takes to win. This looks like what they're getting in Easton Cowan. And if that's the case, they're getting a playoff performer. They're getting a guy who will do anything to win. This is going to lead to a lot of success for Toronto down the line with a centerman in the organization. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Was this an off-the-board pick? Are you excited to have Easton Cowan in the Maple Leafs organization? Are you wishing the Maple Leafs went another way with the draft? Put it on the comment section down below. That is going to be it for this video, though. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.